All right, so if you follow my channel, you will quickly realize that I service a lot of vehicles that are unusual. I don't want to say odd, but unusual, especially for the United States. Um, this vehicle that we're looking at here is early 90s Toyota Hi-Ace four-wheel drive high top. This may be very common in other parts of the world, but it is not common in the United States. Let me repeat that. It's not a microvan. It's a full-size Toyota diesel-powered manual shift right-hand drive van. This one's set up for camping, and these are not common in the United States. They are very common in Mexico, probably very common in Latin America and most other parts of the world. But here in Portland, Oregon, this is a rarity, although private importers are making them more and more common. You can see by the neat little mirror, kind of a school bus setup here, so the driver can, which would be sitting over here on the right-hand side, can look over and see if there's anybody squatting or any dogs in front of your vehicle. So let's go through this vehicle a little bit. Again, it's an early 90s. I'm not sure if it's 91, 92, could be a 90 Toyota Hi-Ace. It is a 3-liter diesel. It has four-wheel drive and pretty stout four-wheel drive at that. 6 lugs and manual locking hubs. That's unusual to see, but this is a very stout vehicle. Again, heavy duty tires, many plies, 6 lug wheels, and if you look back here, same thing on the rear, and it's got a substantial spring pack. There's 4 there, 5, plus the axle, I don't know if you can see that, is like out of a heavy duty truck. So this camper van, again, is a high top, so it's got a lot of what do you say, top heaviness to it, I guess. And we'll take a look at the inside in a minute. It's outfitted pretty neat. And of course Stella's going to show me her bottle. She's going to crinkle that. Okay, so without getting too much into the customer stuff, it's very new to her, and she brought in for service. It also has a canopy that unfolds there and little porthole windows up in the top for the sleeping area. Let's take a look at the engine first. Again, I mentioned it was a diesel, and the only way that I see that you can access the engine is through the passenger seat, which would be on the normally the driver's side, and that's a pretty good view of the engine right there. It's a 3-liter overhead cam diesel, and of course everything is in Japanese, so I can't tell exactly the axle ratio and the year of make, that type of thing, but pretty neat. And I'm assuming, again, it's had a lot of service. There's a timing belt sticker and a few other things. It's got power steering, power brakes. What's interesting is it is 4-wheel drive, so to engage the 4-wheel drive you'd have to lock the hubs and press the 4-wheel drive button, but then also it's got a manual lever for 4 low and 4 high on the floor there right in front of the gear shift. Pretty interesting. So again, we're looking at its right-hand drive, very basic instrumentation, no tachometer. It does have a cool Japanese sound to it. Let's see if I can get that to work. I'm just going to turn the key on. Not going to start it up. Oh, maybe it doesn't come on unless you drive the car. But I think this is some type of Japanese speaker. And we'll check into that later. So the speedometer shows 160 kilometers an hour, and this vehicle has 21. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what that said. Something in Japanese. If we look to the back of the van, very spacious. Let's go in the side door and I'll show you. There is only one side sliding door, and it's curbside, but it'd be curbside in Japan, so it's on the opposite side of what most people would think. So you'd open the door here. Of course, the dog wants to get in there and sniff around, and you're met by this contraption of components. Part of it is a heating system, which she wants me to get going. It's a Webasto diesel-powered heating system. And I don't know much about it, but I'm going to see if I can get it going. And I'm assuming that you would put a bed here. Lots of controls for the heating. I'll see if we can get it working. It's all in Japanese, so I'm going to have to do some translations. And of course, we've got a pop top up here. And the way that works is, I'll show you. I'm going to get in here, get my head up here, and of course the top is not popped, and maybe it doesn't pop, maybe that's all there is, but there's a sleeping area with side windows and also a vent on the top. I could possibly stand up in here if this sleeping area wasn't here, and I'm 6 foot. So lots of room in the back here for camping and all your stuff. It's very well outfitted. And Stella, why don't you get out? Come on, get out there. You don't need to be there. So really neat. An adventure vehicle for some person. Again, it's diesel powered. It is full size, 3-liter, 5-speed, 4-wheel drive. I don't know the mileage on it. I don't think it would be much more than about 20, but I don't know. Again, these vehicles are very, very uncommon in the United States. I'm going to do some service work on it today, rotate the tires, change the oil, see if I can fix the heater, and maybe we'll take it for a drive. Full size, not microvan. Just have to repeat that. So, all right, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out another unique vehicle on the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. And hopefully I made your day with seeing something that you've never seen before. Thanks for watching.